We've had 4 months of living out of this baby. What do we think? This is the truth.
Welcome back to Turtle Tracks Travels. I'm Gary.
And I'm Denise. We've already done a lap with our caravan and cruiser, and this time we've been away with just the cruiser and a rooftop tent.
So this is our review of 4 months living full time out of a rooftop tent.
First things first, I think we'll have a cup of tea.
God, Jesus Christ.
Only joking, let's get into it.
Right, come on in.
So, this is Niece's kitchen. I have an 80-litre fridge with the drop-down slide. Now we went for this because it's great. You can pull it all the way out, drop it down, everything stays planted in here. We looked at the upright fridges and we just thought if you're going off-road and that, things might fall against the door and fall out. We don't know, we've never had one. So let us know in the comments if that's what happens to you, if you've got one of them. So we're fully overloaded at the moment because we've just done a shop. So hopefully this will dwindle down a bit. So we've got a freezer compartment and that's your fridge. And we've had this fridge for over 10 years. Waco. Just brilliant. Never misses a beat. Never had any issues. We've broken a few clips over the time. That's just us forgetting to clip it, pushing it in and break a clip. And as you can see, it is easy. The only thing we've discovered lately is a couple of times, because this wire dangles down here, because we want to be able to see our control panel at the front, so we've had to put it that way. It's got caught and we've ended up ripping it out. So we must make sure that's not tangled up before we push it in.
Yeah,
so
I think it's just going a little bit slower with it and then you don't rip it out.
Just making sure. Gary pushes it in really, I'm going to blame Gary, he pushes it in really quick.
I know it'd been my fault again. I do. Sometimes I go a little bit quick with it and then I've caught it a couple of times and ripped it out.
He gets the Mano macho power on and just...
I know, I can't help it. It's just in my nature.
So, we've got these couple of, we call them, I don't know, pantry boxes. It actually says it's for electrical equipment, but it's for my kitchen. And I use the little hooks on the end just to hook our tea towels to dry there. In this one is just our tea, coffee, and they're in these little containers, rice.
All the way along, look.
All that stuff, all that jazz. These are nice and they slot in there.
Just nicely.
Yeah, they were from ARB. By the way, we're not sponsored by anyone, but we'll just tell you where stuff is from in case you want to know.
Yeah.
This one's a little bit heavier because Gary filled it up with a few tins. Pull that one out. But I'm working my muscles. And this is dry goods, rice. There's a few tins, nuts, spices,
all your curry powders,
salt and pepper.
Because we don't like curry, do we?
Got lots of curry powder, and I've got some bags in there as well. Spare sponge.
Oh, just in case. You have a sponge breakdown over time.
Now, the one thing I do find annoying that we've done, this side, obviously we've got these loose kitchen rolls, and we've actually got another bag, which I can't reach half the time, that has, I say plastic, we call them glasses, even though they're plastic cups, I should say. I shouldn't say plastic glasses.
So what should we have done?
Sense.
So what should
we should have bought another one of these.
Yes.
So they all slot in there lovely, because what I find, I try putting this one back in and it catches on those bits quite often and it is really annoying. So we should have just splashed out, it was being tight, and we should have got another one of them. Never mind.
Oh well, live and learn, don't you?
We will suffer.
Yeah.
Oh, that time it went in. So, in this section, this is where our bananas usually sit to ripen up. We've got some eggs. This is our bowl. It's just a collapsible bowl, but we don't, to be honest, we hardly ever collapse it, so you could get a hard one if you wanted to. And we keep the washing up liquid, hand wash and spray and sponge, that we keep that stored in there as well. Obviously when we're using it, we just stand them out there. I've got another pantry bag from when we're going off somewhere for a few weeks, and in there is crackers. That's just one of these cheap ones from Aldi. There's crackers, nuts and all that in there. underneath that I've got stored our griddle.
Yep.
That goes on our gas cooker. That was that free one from Coles if you've watched one of our other videos.
Yeah, easy.
That's just under there. The cooker, when it's not used, that stores behind the bowl.
Right up there, yep.
But we got it out at the moment because we've been using it.
Yep.
Then we got this drawer. So this is where we keep most of our kitchen stuff. Cutlery, chopping boards, clickers, bowls, plates.
Plates all under there.
Saucepans. We got this awesome find 600 watt.
Yes, a 600 watt kettle.
I found this on eBay. It's awesome. We've got these bubble wrap bags. Are great. Post office. Just to wrap them in.
Got them rattling around
and oh my god, Gary's favourite. This is Gary's. It's not mine. The coffee pot.
Yeah, but what happened to the handle?
Oh, that got broken in transit.
Snapped in transit. Should have had a bubble bag.
Should have had a bubble bag.
Still got the handle. I've got to make a new one.
Tea towels, oven gloves, cups, and all that sort of stuff is in here.
Yep.
It has to go back in a certain way. Otherwise, you can't get it all in.
Can't shut it, can you?
And then, obviously, there's this. This is really good. You've got the map on it for straight on there as well, so you can quite often stand here with a glass of wine and a beer and talk about where you're going to go. So
there you go.
That's that.
Easy.
The only thing I find, if you do, like say you started preparing, you've got all that pulled out, you've got your drop down fridge out, then suddenly you want to get something up there, I have to push all of this back in to grab that down. Because originally we started with a small shelf the other side,
yeah.
Big shelf this side. Smart arse here wants us to swap it around. I preferred it that way because if I had all my kitchen pulled out, I could nip round the other side and still get to my pantries alright. But he swapped it around, Gary that is. And now, yeah, I have this issue.
Anyway, I just wiping the tears from you. That's a big price to pay, isn't it, to travel Australia? So what you got here?
This is where we do most of our cooking. Because the gas bottle's there. We got this from Norwell when they came in. That sits on the Trundle tray. That's
a game changer, isn't it?
Game changer. The only thing is, obviously, if you settle this up and you suddenly want something, Gary wants something from his Trundle tray, this is in the way.
Well, this is where you got to think ahead a bit, isn't it?
These were just them cheap ones from BCF, but we're not impressed with these.
Nah,
ones.
they're not very good, are they?
They're a bit naff.
Yeah. For honest.
Might go for a different mate next time.
Yep.
Or something different.
Also, living on the road, you need yourself an inverter, which we got an inverter, 2000 watt end of drive one. So we can plug our kettle in here, into there, and it goes down here. It works perfectly. Like I said, like Denise said earlier, it only draws 600, which is pretty good. And because we've got 200 lithium in it, we never seem to run out of power, do we?
No.
We haven't got a solar panel, have we?
No.
We've been away all this time, 4 months, and we once needed a solar panel.
No.
Never needed it. So we've never run out of power. It's great. Right, I'll shut this down. Oh no, I might as well talk about this one, man.
Might as well, guys.
Yep. Got a little portaloo there, which all sits in there. That's for emergencies. I carry extra water on board for showers and bits and pieces like that. That's all pretty good. These are just a couple of cheap storage boxes from Big W. Not Big W, sorry, Bunnings.
Bunnings.
They're okay. They do the job. Just to put a few bits and pieces in. All our pegs and bits and pieces go there. Our pegs go around the back of there. Table and chairs go up there. And our boots and all our rubbish really goes in this side. Needs a bit more organising, but it's about the best we can do really with it, isn't it?
And what was you saying to me earlier? I think you've forgotten that you said you would change if...
I think if I was going to go again just a rooftop tent, I would lose that shelf. And I'd move these boxes over here and I'd have them stacked up so you could have 4 boxes in the back. Because you get a lot more gear in there then, couldn't you?
Yeah.
And then you could just lay the tables and chairs on top of the boxes. Would be fine, because at the time they're stacked up there, you can still get them up there. So I'd lose that, just because I want more storage. The only thing we lack slight little bit of storage, but not a lot, but a little bit more would be good. So, the rooftop tent. Everyone said to us, are you going to go in a rooftop tent full time? And I was like, I don't know, never done it before full time, gotta give it a go. So after 4 months, I can honestly say it's actually pretty easy. We went for a Wildland drifter one because it was 64 kilograms, wasn't it? So it's a lot lighter than a lot of the others. The only thing I think I would have done different, I wouldn't keep that mattress that's in it. I'll take the mattress out and get a deflatable one. So then we can leave our bedding up there, because at the moment we've got to take the bedding down, which is a bit, it's not a pain, but it's just, it'd be nice to leave it out there because it'll give us more room in the back of the Land Cruiser. So that's the only thing I'd probably change. But everything else works fine. It sets up in 2 minutes, goes away in 2 minutes. Obviously, like if you get damp or rain, you've got to dry it out, like we're doing at the moment, just airing it out. But everything else works, isn't it?
Yep.
It's actually quite comfy up there, isn't it? And actually climbing up and down and having to wee in the middle of the night, it's not too much of a drama.
Give us a demo, Gaz, climbing up.
All right, I'll climb up. Get the camera then. So it's actually pretty easy. Climb up here, and it's only got a couple of poles. I'll show you. Undo that, little fly screen. Nice big bed, plenty of room for 2. And then this bit here unzips there. And all you've got is that little extension bar there, and that one there. And basically you go push that one out, lock it up, push that one, lock it out, it's done. It's done in seconds, it's so easy. Got a power supply there, which we've got a little Sony unit that we plug in that charges mobile phones. And that's it, gives us light. And that's about it really, it's pretty basic, but it seems to work. Like I said, the only thing really is the mattress. We did put a topper on, but we could have done with that deflatable one, just it would have been easier. And never mind, we didn't do it, so we've had to suffer, haven't we, little niece?
Yeah, and everyone told us, everyone said you need to be able to leave your bedding up there. We didn't listen.
Yep, and then it's true. It'd be a lot easier, wouldn't it?
True, and if you follow me, I'll show you why. We would say, if we're honest, this is the biggest issue in here, because
oh my god.
yes, and I've purposely left it like this so I can show you. So the bedding goes in the middle, and that takes up a hell of a lot of room, which we could use that real estate for other stuff. This area is constantly in a mess. We're always pulling it out, we're always sorting it out. We did get 2 of these bags are great, and we got 2 of those each. These were just cheap ones from Aldi.
Aldi, I think.
So the bottom one, I've got my walking gear, my tracky bottoms and zippies and stuff, and the top is my everyday, like summer sort of stuff at the moment. But they're always sliding around, especially if you're on a 4-wheel drive track. You come here and they've all slid around everywhere, and you start adding to it. So I've got these 2 bags as toiletries, but then I started adding bits behind the seats. What do you say, pocket?
Yeah, seat pockets.
Pocket. So I've got shampoo and extra bits in there as well. So yes, it does start to get a bit out of control. And then down here I've got the iPad in a bag. Oh, that's a really good bag. That was only from Kmart.
$10, wasn't it?
Yeah, $10. iPad's is in there. And in this one I've got GoPro stuff and the hard drives. But then because you run out of space, you end up stuffing stuff down here. So I'm in charge of toothbrushes and toothpaste. I've got my soap there, bag of stuff that is first aid stuff, and women's things and stuff down here.
I'll tell you what you could have done. Alright, to make it easier.
Yeah.
Took the back seat out.
Well, that's one idea.
Because then all these things you could have put, you know them plastic boxes you got from Bunnings, you could have stacked some plastic boxes on the floor.
Anyone else got any other ideas?
That'd be a good idea, and lose that back seat, because we never use a back seat.
But then you've got to find somewhere to store the back seat, because you wouldn't want to throw it out.
No, you just put it in the lockup. Yeah. That's what I would have. thinking now, I'd have done that.
To start with, we thought this worked quite good to hang our hats. But I find every time I'm putting something in and out, I'm knocking a hat flying. So it sort of does and it don't.
But it would if your bedding was up on the roof.
Yes.
And both of these are in boxes lower down.
Yes.
So it would work.
So
they're things that we've sort of discovered that work and don't work.
Oh, this is good, because these are big mirrors. You don't need an extra mirror to brush your hair and Gary do his makeup. You can just flick it out and it, you know.
And flick my hair
mirror,
with flowing locks.
nice big mirror, and then that's it. His makeup is done.
I think a thing that is I'll start again. Success is the Drifter 270 blind. Never had one before until we bought this one and put it on here, and they are good. I must admit, they're more for the sun than the rain, but they do work in the rain as well. We've had the straight ones, which they do work. You can angle them down. The only thing with this, you can't angle it down, but it gives you instant shade straight away, and it gives you shade like obviously 270 all the way around to the back of the car here, so we can actually cook under it. The only thing is the rain drives in a bit of an angle. You could have done with a sidewall, possibly, to keep the rain off. But apart from that, yeah, it all works. So the other things we've done are up here. I had to buy 2 more boxes from Bunnings and move the bars closer, just to store like the hiking tent, all our hiking mats, all that sort of stuff. I was next to jerry can up there. Just bits and pieces, nothing too heavy, but just need that extra storage space up there. I think if I'd have sorted out that back on the other side, I probably wouldn't need them. So if I had extra boxes there, that would have been better, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
And then we could have done away with them on the top. And then, I'll show you something I had to buy, because somebody, not mentioning no names, lost some extracts. Me. So, instead of buying extracts, because we've already got another 2 in the caravan, I bought these ones. And where did I get them from, these?
Big W.
Big W. Those like 60...
Online.
Online, $67 or something?
Yeah.
Something like that. It's just ridiculous. I tell you what, we've used them, they're fine. We ain't used them to get out in trouble, we just use them to ramp the truck up, really. So we're gonna level it if we need to. But I've only been down once or twice, haven't I?
Yeah.
The rest of the time, they're just locked up there. Right, another thing we purchased a few years ago, which we went to the caravan, we didn't use it that much, only now and again. But since on this trip, we've like used it a lot, is the shower tent. Now this is a kick-ass shower tent. There's obviously a lot of companies who do these. They do Alucab do them, Quick Pitch do them, I think it's Camp Boss do them. This is just the kick-ass version, and it's been brilliant, really, isn't it? Absolutely brilliant. So I'll just mount it on the side of the roof bars. You do that, flip it over, 2 red tags here. You do that, you roll it down the floor. You just do that. And you do that, you push that one in, you pull that one out, you give that one a little tap, and that's it. You can peg it down, which I've got you know, screw bolts with a rattle gun, just screw it straight down, but a lot of the time when it's not windy, you don't have to. Then come round here next, and then what else I've got is a shower mat to keep your feet dry when you stand on it having a shower. This is a multi-purpose mat though. It's not just a shower mat. This is lay under the car mat. This is kneel down by the side of the tyre mat, or doing tyres, or any jobs I want to do. I can kneel on it, lay on it, shower on it. It's brilliant. So it's multi-purpose.
We'll start selling them next week.
Yeah, rubber mats. Right, you unzip this like this. Right. This is going to come round here, point it in here because you can't see from there.
No.
So what I do is just lay that on the floor. There's my bucket, which will get me a bit of water out the side of my water tank. And I know what you're going to say. What about you want a hot water? I'll just pour me a little 600 watt kettle out of my 200 lithium.
But
We've been tough. We've been having cold showers.
Yeah, we have, but we can. So we don't need a hot water system.
Yeah.
So what you do, you jump in here. Easy to hold that open. You've got your little pockets here, and there's little pockets up in here as well to put your soap and all your bits and pieces.
Yep.
And there's my little lithium ion battery in there, which got a USB. You plug in so we can charge it on the road. Right, so you drop that in the water. Oh, just got myself tangled there. And there's your shower.
Have a shower, guys.
Yeah, I don't want to get wet yet. I've got my clothes on. And there's your little shower. How good's that? And if you've got time, you can put your water in the sun. Then you can go pay to bloody get hot water of it. Easy, innit? Right, let me come out. Let me come out. That's it. Another thing we purchased was a Drifter 270 awning. And we purchased the Drifter 270 over some of the other brands because it weighed a lot less. It's only 17 kilos, where some of the others are like 28 kilos to 30 kilos. Also the price, some of the others are like 2.2 or 2.3. This is under $1,000. So I'm trying to box smart here. This is so easy to set up. Look, you unzip it, you take the 4 velcros off, you walk around, look. And that just clips in where our, let's go a little bit, move that away, and you just tighten on this little strap here, like that, and that's it, done. And it is pretty much freestanding to a certain point in the wind. It's really, really windy. You've got anchor points, and I've got straps for it, but a lot of the time it's like that. A slight breeze doesn't really matter. When they say, oh, these ones are, they don't need straps on them, I think that's rubbish. Because if it's really blowing a gale, you'll end up ripping the bloody thing over the top of your thing. But this one, yeah, like it's reasonably, you know, it goes alright. I mean, the only thing you've got to watch is these bolts here and make sure they're stayed in. And apart from that, it works as good as anything else. It's less than $1,000. How cool is that? So the rooftop tent has been a game changer, really, because obviously we can go and do more tracks. It's so quick to put up. In less than a couple of minutes, it's up. Also, I'll start the ladder up, get out the back of the canopy, and you've got this little thing to pull it down with. Your rope. So you just get up here, you go like that, like that. You undo that catch there, you undo that catch there. There's one there and one there. So you just undo this one, take it out, undo that one, flick it out, lift it up, and down one, flick that out. Press the button in there, lift it up, press the button in there, flip that over, lift that up. 2 poles to do up here, 1, 2, do your zip up, that's it, done. Zip this side up, your bed is made, as they say. Obviously there's fly screens as well, so you can have it all open for a bit of breeze. But that's it. Easy as. 2 minutes to put up, 2 minutes to put down. Right, recovery gear. Well, what we got on the front of the vehicle, we have a Bush Ranger 10,000 pound winch, which comes with a little remote control. It's got a lead for it, but also it's battery powered, so you can do it from inside the car. It's quite easy. To be honest, we've never used it in anger. We never get stuck. So we've got it, and it's a lot of money, and it's never been used. But there's always a time where you're going to be somewhere you go, God, I wish we had a winch, or you're stuck in something, you can just haul yourself out. So that's pretty easy. So you've got to have one, really, I think. And also, I'll show you the other recovery gear. I've got to be triangles around here. That's the remote. In here, we have in our triangles jump leads. Always handy if you're somewhere. We've jumped some people before, haven't we?
Yeah.
We've been in the bush and they got stuck, and we managed to help them out, and also for our own if we ever get stuck. So that's a must. And then we've also got this recovery bag here, which, to be honest, we don't hardly ever open this. I don't think we've even opened it, have we? I can't remember, can you?
I can't remember.
I don't think it's ever come out. And in here we have, that's the strop that goes around the tree. You can see it's brand new, never been used. And then we've got a I've got one of these, which is a snatch strap, which we used years ago, but we haven't used it with this vehicle. We have a couple of shackles in here, some gloves. In here we have, oh, there's the other bit of that shackle when we do the double line pull. Right, so we've got 2 shackles, we've got gloves, and then you've got your strop that goes around the tree, and that's the other bit that comes off that, and then you've got this, which is a, again, we've never used it. It's a shackle. So that does a double line pull. So if you know, that's a 10,000 pound winch, that'll double that winch, make it a 20,000 pound. If you really start, or you've got to haul this and another vehicle, you can haul 2 vehicles out if you really need to. Well, it's depending on the rope, but the rope's fully synthetic on the winch, so you imagine it'd be pretty strong. Yeah, look how clean it is. Never been used. So, and then right, round this other side in the other triangle. Oh,
what else is in there, Gaz?
That's your weight that goes on your line. That hooks over your line, so if it snaps, the weight takes it down. It's a bit heavy. That hooks over your line like that. And then, obviously, if it ever snapped, it'll just drop the line to the ground. So instead of whip it up and smash you in the face. And they're the bits for the Mack tracks, which we lost. But we have spares.
That's another story.
That's another story.
Yeah.
And around here, on the bottom here, we have the still in the box actually, but we get it out all the time. That's the air compressor system. We have two lines there, so we can reach when we've got the caravan, but at the moment we only really need one. I've got a blower for the air compressor, a tyre deflator, and puncture repair kit for the tyre, so we can plug it, a plug-in kit. Again, we've never used the plug-in kit. And then just the spare bits, I think they come out of there.
It's backup, eh?
It's just backup, yeah, just in case we get, you know, more than one puncher and we're a bit in the shit basically. We can actually plug a tyre to get ourselves out of it. So, well, that's all that. Obviously, with the air compressor stuff, I've got to come around here. Under here, we've got a twin ARB air compressor at the back with a cylinder. And that's the switch you just flick on. I won't flick it on because it makes such a horrible noise. That puts the air into that tank, we plug into there, and we can either pump our tyres up or deflate our tyres. So it works both ways. Cool, isn't it? Easy.
Now Gary's favourite part of the vehicle.
What's also cool on this setup is the Trundle tray, which is my favourite bit. This is brilliant because you can put all your tools in it. And Denise got this idea, didn't you?
Yeah.
Look, two little wedges, because there's no lock on it, and if it's going downhill like that, it keeps shutting. We just fire a wedge in there.
Yeah.
Two rubber wedges, what's the treat?
Cost peanuts in Bunnings.
Yep, oh, it's less than $2 each. We've got the top there, obviously that's where we do the cooking on, which you've seen, and then this is where all the magic happens. So I've got all my bit rolls, all my screwdrivers, got rattle gun, got drill, got chargers, got spare batteries, got things for the awning, got the screw down bolts that go into the ground, spare little gas bottles, weather shield for tents, tapes there if you want it, extra torch, socket set, smoothie maker goes in the back of there.
Yeah, my kitchen stuff extended.
All my bolts and extra nuts and screws are in there, so loads of them. And then in there I've got all my solder for my little soldering iron. Oh, there in there I've got in the bag I've got my gun with all my oil in it. Grease gun, sorry. Grease gun, sorry, I couldn't think of what it was. Gloves when you're doing cutting, get some bits of timber which are all burnt in the bush but you want to cut them up. A saw. Pretty much everything really you're going to need to travel Australia. And it all goes in the Trundle tray, which is great. And it all gets hidden under the vehicle. So you pop them out, pop that one out, just a little slide in, and there you go, all hidden away. Pretty easy, isn't it? Right, so what do we think after 4 months of living full time in a rooftop tent?
Awesome, but you do miss an indoor space. You can do it long term, but I don't think you can do it obviously for years like you could with maybe a caravan, because when it's raining and it's howling a gale, yeah, you want that little bit of indoor space. Like, or
if there's bugs, like mosquitoes, yes, flies, just little bugs, like leeches, not even mosquitoes sometimes. They're just some tiny little flies, and just there's millions of bloody little things sometimes, and they are a pain. Yeah. So that is where you really need an inside space. Because
we've had it a couple of times where we've tried sitting outside and we thought, oh right, we'd just go up on the rooftop tent and we'll go up there and read or go on the iPad. But as soon as we put a light on and it's hot, you want all the just the mesh, and they've got through the mesh, haven't they? Yeah. They're really minuscule.
Oh, they're tiny. Oh. They're a proper pain in the backside. So that, you know, for us doesn't quite work, does it?
And then when we was at Mission Beach and that rain was driving in, and yeah, you can do an inside space now, can't you? And the rain was driving in from all sides. We was like, yeah, it would be nice now to be sitting in your caravan, or Some sort of indoor space.
Some sort of indoors. So are you missing your caravan then?
Not 100%. I don't miss towing.
No, I don't miss that, do we?
I don't miss the fuel consumption.
No, we don't miss that.
Also, we do get away with a lot having the rooftop tent.
So what are you saying? You've been free camping a lot?
But where we shouldn't be. No, not us. You can pull down you can pull down a little track.
Oh, you can get away with so much. You can free camp all the time if you want.
We're like teenagers.
So easy.
We're like, you know, getting away with stuff, aren't we?
It is so easy.
So you save money there.
Oh, big time.
So we think something in between. Or we love having a four-wheel drive, but we might need a little indoor space.
So, what are we going to do?
Well,
watch this space, because
next year, you watch.
Next year, we're going to ship a vehicle across the globe. Well, ship a vehicle to somewhere so we can drive across the globe.
Yeah.
But it won't be this vehicle.
It won't be this vehicle. This is why we did this trial, and we've still got the rest of this trip to do, which is great, and it's fantastic for here because when the weather's great,
it's great.
Oh, you could have this all day long in Australia, but if you're travelling across the globe and you might have snow, sandstorms,
it's not going to work.
It's not.
And also taking a V8 across the globe, we're not sure that's going to work either.
Yeah, the fuel consumption
is going to be too much to go across the globe.
And some countries are getting really strict on emissions, so some countries might not let you in.
So we'll be purchasing another vehicle, and then we'll be doing a build on that vehicle.
Yep.
And then we'll be shipping that to a certain part of the globe.
We're not sure where yet.
We sort of got a good idea though.
Yeah, there will be a reveal.
And then we're going to drive across the globe.
Yeah. So,
catch us next time.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit that notifications bell.
On Turtle Tracks Travels.
See you guys.
Yay!
Bye.
See ya. Yay!
Don't forget to like, subscribe and hit that notifications bell.